Have a listen to this professor. This is what your kids, if you've sent your kids to Sydney University, this is the sort of garbage they are being taught. Have a listen.
We can see how the Western media has suppressed coverage of the atrocities. They've used this kind of fake news about Hamas beheading babies and mass rapes, all in order to shore up support for Israel, and they have distorted events.
So let's be really clear. The left love to talk about power imbalances. Here you have a teacher teaching vulnerable students who have gone to a university thinking they're going to broaden their mind, get more knowledge, and they have this sort of mad, crazy apologist for Hamas spewing basic bile into their heads. Get your kids out of that university and don't fund that university. Seriously. Rita.
It is appalling to study so hard to get into an elite university, and Sydney University is a prestigious university, and then to have your academic results determined by someone with that kind of a mindset. So you can imagine what sort of absolute nonsense you would have to regurgitate in your work to get a decent mark from someone like that. So
1,200 people, many women, children, babies, raped and tortured.
It's rape
disgusting,
denial.
And this teacher is sitting there. It's just makes me sick, seriously.
And it would be exactly the same types of people who would be marching for women, marching for against violence against women, and yet when it comes to the systematic rape and slaughter that we saw on October 7, there is just so much documentation about what happened and how rape was used as a weapon of war.
Hamas filmed it and presented it to the world.
They are denying it. They're saying it's some sort of a media creation.
But, sorry, guys, the thing is, we can't just talk about this one particular professor. A fish rots from the head. Yep. Remember, and I mean, yes, you make a great point. Queers for Palestine, it's like feminists for Hamas. We're seeing all of this stuff right now. But, the head of the university, Mark Scott, ex-ABC, he has allowed that encampment to stay in the Quad. He gave an interview to 2GB's Ben Fordham the other day where he said words to the effect of, well, look, I'm sorry if people are upset by, what they're seeing in these encampments, but it's a big campus and you can walk around. There are other routes you can take so you don't have to deal with them. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
And if you had some anti-immigration encampment at Sydney University or Melbourne or Monash, any of the campuses,
get the Bearcat.
It would last precisely 30 seconds. They would bring in not just the cops, campus security. They would make sure it's cleared out. They would be condemning it. They would be having all sorts of bloody programs to provide counselling to those who were impacted by it. But this is which is openly hostile to Jewish students, which is in many ways anti-Semitic, and students aren't feeling safe on campus. Some are deferring their studies. Some are pulling out of their courses entirely. No, the university leadership's quite comfortable with it. It's apparently free speech suddenly.